Ever wondered what the universe is mostly made of? It's not stars, planets, or even dark matter, but a single, incredibly simple element: hydrogen. In fact, hydrogen makes up about 75% of all the normal matter in the cosmos. But why is this one element so incredibly common? The answer takes us all the way back to the very beginning of everything, the Big Bang. Picture this. About 13.8 billion years ago, the universe exploded into existence. In the first few fractions of a second, it was an unimaginably hot and dense soup of fundamental particles like quarks and electrons. As the universe rapidly expanded and cooled, these particles started to come together. Protons, which are the nucleus of a hydrogen atom, were among the first stable particles to form. Think about what a hydrogen atom is. It's the simplest atom possible. It has just one proton in its nucleus and one electron orbiting it. That's it. It's the universe's most basic building block. In those fiery first few minutes after the Big Bang, the conditions were just right for these protons to form in massive quantities. The universe was still too hot and chaotic for more complex atoms to form easily. For anything heavier, you need to smash protons and neutrons together and have them stick, which requires very specific conditions. So, for the first few 100,000 years, the universe was essentially a giant, expanding cloud of hot plasma made mostly of hydrogen nuclei, or protons, along with some helium nuclei and a sea of electrons. It was only when the universe cooled down enough to about 3,000 degrees Celsius that these protons could finally capture an electron to form a stable neutral hydrogen atom. This event is called recombination, and it's a huge moment in cosmic history. It's when the universe became transparent, allowing light to travel freely for the first time. That's the light we see today as the cosmic microwave background radiation. Now, what about all the other elements? The carbon in your body, the oxygen you breathe, the silicon in your phone, where did they come from? They were all forged much, much later, inside the fiery hearts of stars. Stars are like giant cosmic factories. They are born from massive clouds of, you guessed it, hydrogen gas. Gravity pulls this hydrogen together, and the immense pressure and temperature at the core of a star trigger nuclear fusion. In this process, stars smash hydrogen atoms together to create helium. This releases a tremendous amount of energy, which is what makes stars shine. For most of a star's life, it's just fusing hydrogen into helium. But when a massive star starts to run out of hydrogen, it begins fusing helium into heavier elements like carbon and oxygen. This process continues, creating progressively heavier elements like neon, magnesium, and silicon, all the way up to iron. But even this process has its limits. Creating elements heavier than iron requires even more energy than fusion can provide. These elements, like gold, silver, and uranium, are created in the most spectacular and violent events in the universe: supernova explosions. When a massive star dies, it explodes, scattering all those heavy elements it created throughout the galaxy. These elements then mix with interstellar clouds of hydrogen and eventually form new stars, new planets, and even life. So you can think of it like this. The Big Bang gave us a massive, almost endless supply of the simplest raw material, hydrogen. Stars then took that hydrogen and, through nuclear fusion, cooked it into the heavier elements we see around us. But this is a slow process that has been happening over billions of years. Even after all this time, the vast majority of that original hydrogen is still out there, either floating in the vast empty spaces between stars and galaxies, or waiting to be pulled into a new star. Every other element is essentially a secondary product built from that initial hydrogen. That's why when we look out into the cosmos, we see hydrogen everywhere. It's in the brilliant glow of distant nebulae. It's the primary fuel of every star you see in the night sky. And it's the fundamental ingredient from which everything else was made. So, the next time you look up at the stars, remember that you're looking at a universe built almost entirely from the simplest, most elegant atom of all, hydrogen. Thanks for watching. If you found this cosmic journey interesting, do you forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our universe. See you next time.